Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Mike, also known as FlyFisher530. This weekend I am off on a trip down the 395 to Lone Pine, California to meet up with Daniel and Tish, 395 Junkie. They have a Veterans Day weekend event going on called Overlanding for Warriors, and should be a really fun event. I think they have over 60 rigs that are going to be there. We're going to be honoring our nation's veterans and active military. And part of the event, we're also going to be going to Cerro Gordo, which is a historical mine / ghost town. A guy named Brent has an incredible YouTube channel about that ghost town called Ghost Town Living. He just does a great job talking about the history of the place, how they purchased it and operate it now and are fixing it up for people to be able to come and visit and learn about the history. And so we're going to do a day trip up to that mine, and then we're going to go over the crest of the mountains there and do a big loop basically on a trail ride. And that trail ride is going to take us right up against Death Valley National Park. We'll be right on the boundary. So although we won't be in Death Valley, we will be on the boundary with the park. And yeah, it should be a really fun weekend. Looking forward to meeting up with everybody. A lot of people I haven't seen in a while. And really hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned.
The trip began at 6 a.m. as I left my house and proceeded along Highway 49 towards Placerville. Highway 49 runs through the California foothills in generally a north-south direction and connects to many famous gold mining towns of the 1800s, including Nevada City, Auburn, Placerville, and Sonora, to name a few. Many people don't realize the designation as Highway 49 is a salute to the gold rush of 1849. It wasn't long before I reached Highway 50 and was heading east towards Lake Tahoe with views of the South Fork of the American River on my right. As you saw at the beginning of this video, Monitor Pass on Highway 89 is also one of my favorite places to stop and take in the views before connecting with Highway 395. Barry and I met up in Bishop about 1 hour north of Lone Pine, and it was not long before we were pulling into the campground for the Overlanding for Warriors event.
Okay, well, we have arrived. So this is Diaz Lake Campground. It's actually pretty dang cool. I never really realized this campground was right here. Barry and I are set up right here. It's my Jeep in the foreground and Barry's behind me here. But you can see this campground quite large. Daniel's group is all here pretty much. And yeah, it's pretty neat because it's actually right next to this lake. It's right next to the 395. You can see the cars out there on the highway. And it's actually beautiful out here today. I think we're gonna have a really nice weekend ahead here. But yeah, it's awesome. Met a lot of nice people already. Some people I met before on the last trip with Daniel, and then some new people. So it's gonna be a fun weekend. Today's kind of just get your rigs set up and your camp set up, and then tomorrow will be the day trip to Cerro Gordo, and then some people are going to stay here who want to do maybe learn how to fly fish. Daniel's got a person here to help teach people how to fly fish, which is really cool. And but I'm glad I'm going to be on the trail ride to Cerro Gordo. I really wanted to see that, and I've never been there, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, I'll show you a little bit more around here in a second. Got a lot of cool rigs here.
It was really cool to see the different rigs that had showed up for this event. I walked along the campground meeting people I had not seen in a long time, as well as meeting some new overlanders I had never met before. One of them was Steve, who had an interesting trailer setup that caught my eye.
All right, guys, so I'm at the 395 Junkie event. I'm with Steve, and he has an amazing rig here. First of all, Ram truck, right? Pulling this Opus trailer, Opus off-road. And so Steve, just tell me a little bit about this thing, because this is an awesome tent and trailer.
Yeah, it packs down real quick and easy. The structure is air beams, military technology for the hospitals and stuff like that. And so it's mostly popular in Australia. They're kind of new to the States. It's roughly 3,500 pounds. It could get as much as 3,800 when you're fully loaded with water.
Right, and when you say air beams, the structure itself is held up by inflated tubes, correct?
Yes.
Am I correct in that?
Like this is a beam right here for the awning.
Right.
And if you can feel how strong that is.
Wow, that's crazy. Feels like plastic tubing.
You have beams all through the inside. And the beams give you the structure. There's about 8 feet of standing room.
Cool. I mean, it's so big inside. It's gigantic headspace in here.
Yeah, there's plenty of room. It doesn't feel like you're ever going to be claustrophobic in there. It's got windows everywhere.
Yeah. How many gallons of water can you hold in this thing?
Just shy of 40 gallons of water. It carries 2 20-pound propane tanks. It has a Truma heater, and it has hot water as well.
You got your own stove and kitchen set up here.
Yeah.
And electric system.
Yeah.
So
there's an annex that you can attach to the back of the trailer, where you can set up a shower.
Oh, nice. How nice. What a nice. It's obviously made for off-road.
Yeah, it's got a Cruise Master suspension, so it's axle-less.
Really?
So, yeah. I've taken on some trails that people kind of wonder how the heck I got it through there. But it actually has more ride height than my truck, so I could probably go more places than my truck can go.
What's this feature that folds down? What is that for?
So this metal structure, when it's closed up, it folds down, and it's used for cargo. So some people might attach kayaks or bicycles or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just take those things off, and then you flip it up so you can open up the tent.
That is so neat. Wow, what an amazing.
That structure will hold about 500 pounds.
Yeah, this is very neat. Wow, and you've had it how long, Steve?
About a year. And
you're happy with it?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been.
I can see why.
It's comfortable, but it's also capable.
Yeah.
You can take it just about anywhere.
Very cool. All right, Steve, this is an awesome trailer. Thank you for sharing it with me. I've never seen anything quite like this. I mean, I've seen the inflated type tents, but this is amazing to see it integrated with a trailer system. So very cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, we are finished cooking dinner. Barry's just cooked up a great, why don't you show us, Barry? We're making burritos here tonight. I should say Barry's the chef tonight, as usual. Huh, Barry?
Yeah, loving it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. This is fun.
Man, it came out good though. Look at this, man. We have these nice killer burritos with some sour cream, cheese, tomatoes. It looks awesome.
It wasn't long before the sun was down behind the Sierras and things were getting cold very fast. But what a beautiful evening this first night turned out to be.
All right, guys, so I'm with the two titans of overlanding here. Daniel, 395 Junkie, and Jerry with Timbo Tusk. And Daniel, tell us what you got going on.
So what we got is some barbecue beef. We're gonna feed about 25 people tonight, and we're doing a little bit of barbecue beef sandwiches here. But before we do that, we gotta have an appetizer, right?
Right.
So let me toss it over to my buddy Jared. Jared, tell him what we got.
Jerry,
All right.
what do we got going
We're
on?
baking brie, and we're gonna put, once it's done, we're gonna put jelly, jam. This is mango pineapple.
Okay.
And with some biscuits and chips, it's gonna be delicious.
Oh man, all in the Tembo Tusk,
Yep.
guys. That looks amazing.
Yeah, it's almost ready.
Nice.
Jerry's brie turned out amazing, and his Tembo Tuscato is just such an awesome cooking system. I love using mine. I will leave a link in the description below if you are interested in purchasing one. Everyone gathered around the campfire for the evening to talk with both old friends and new ones. I ended up going to bed around 9 p.m. to escape the cold and to get some rest for the trail ride the next day. After some morning coffee and before the trail ride began, I had a chance to meet with Victor and do a walk around on his awesome Chevy Colorado. Victor and I met before on a Patreon meetup with Ed Shin in Death Valley earlier in the year when he was still driving a Chevy Trail Boss rig. All right, guys, I'm here at Overlanding for Warriors event that's hosted by 395 Junkie, but I'm with a good buddy here who's got a new vehicle. So Victor, why don't you tell us about your channel and what you got going on now?
Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Michael, thank you for this. So my name is Victor from formerly Trail Boss Mafia YouTube channel. just changed the name to the Trail Out There. All right, the Instagram is still up, but this is my 2018 Chevrolet Colorado. It's got the 2.8 Duramax diesel. You know, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick walk around of what it's got. You know, starting from the front here with the beauty piece. It's a relentless fabrication bumper. It's also made of steel, holds a Dow Dynamics LED light bar, and it had the Smittybilt winch in there, the
Nice.
XR 9000, I believe it is.
Nice.
You know, and these are just cheap little eBay lights that I needed for the dust.
Right.
All right, and one thing you're gonna notice about this rig, it's very budget friendly for my budget. So some of the parts I bought used, because I found a deal on them, like these headlights. These are the new Anzo headlights just released. I got them for 400 bucks. They retail for about 1,300 bucks.
Wow,
All right,
good
so these
deal.
are awesome LED. You got the two low beams, and then the one high beam out here.
Nice.
All right, and then moving on to the shoes, I have the Canati Mud Hogs. These are 34-inch tires, and they're wrapping the Method MR702 wheels. These are the bead grip technology.
They are the V-grip ones. Nice.
They're pretty heavy. They're heavier than a regular wheel, you know, but rightfully so, right?
Yeah.
And then you do have the regular stock ZR2 rock sliders.
Nice.
Coming up at the roof here, got the roof rack by Prinsu. I keep forgetting I have it, and I forget to pack stuff on top of that.
It's nice to have that storage space.
Oh man,
there.
it's awesome.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I was driving it, so I'm like, babe, I completely forgot we have that storage system out there.
Yeah, that's nice to have. It gives you so much extra space and stuff.
Yeah.
All the crap we bring with us, right?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. So I need to start using that. you know. And moving on to the bed, I have the Extrusion Overland XTR1 modular bed rack. This thing is awesome, and full disclosure, this was sent to me by Extrusion Overland. So shameless plug if you guys are looking for one, whether it's for this, for a Tacoma, for a Jeep, for a Rivian. Just if you want, use Trail Boss Mafia as your checkout code, get a good discount on that.
Nice.
And these are completely modular, so you could literally think of stuff while you're at work. Say I want to add this to my rack, you could fab up a little bracket and mount it on here with the T-nuts that they supply. You could buy them too, right?
Nice.
They have swing out kits too that you could keep adding to this rack after the fact. I have some solar panels. Each solar panel is 100 watts by Renogy.
Oh, nice. I didn't even see those up there.
Yeah, so got these mounted up there. So if I get a rooftop tent, I'm probably gonna have to relocate these to the roof rack and put my RTT up here.
Right.
And I have the solar panel controller and the inverter on the other side, which is jerry rigged for now.
Walk around
You
here
guys
real
will see
quick.
the wiring back there.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yep.
And I do have my little chase lights up here. Again, these are Amazon special.
Yep.
You know, don't mind the wiring, guys. It's
Still a work in progress.
work in progress, and
Yeah.
it's stuff I had to put together, you know, just to get ready for trips. But now that I have more time on my hands, I'll be able to church it up real nice.
Yep. You got traction boards and an awning.
So this brand right here, All-Top, man, I have All-Top traction boards, All-Top compressor. I have the All-Top air down valves, and at first I got them because it's like in between cheap and expensive, right? But we've used these on a buddy's 2500 HD in the snow.
Yeah.
You know, heavy trucks. A few Silverados went through it. My ZR2 used them, some Toyotas, and they held up solid. My buddy had like the $300 ones, and those things cracked.
Right.
You know, so it's this brand, like if you guys look it up, it's pretty small, but I mean, they're pretty quality parts.
Yeah.
I like them, you know, so far they haven't failed me. And this is another Amazon special awning, sand mount. It's like an 8-foot awning. And again, you know, it's budget friendly. I think this one came in at right around $200.
Yeah, that's cool, Victor. Very cool.
'Cause, man, it'd be nice to have a rig, you know, where people just throw $40,000 on it.
Yeah.
Call it a day, right?
Well, I like that fact that you do, you know, you look for budget items, you know, I do the same too. It's not always about just spending the most money. It's about
Exactly.
finding some really decent material, decent quality, but you know, you're not spending a fortune on it. So
Yeah, for instance, like your LED awning lights. I still want to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to go back to your video, see which lights you bought, so I could install them here and just hook them up to my battery here on the back.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
I forgot to mention. I do have a solid state not solid state, an AGM battery right
in
back there behind that mess
yeah.
that the solar panels are charging, which is powering my fridge. And that fridge, again, it's a super budget fridge.
Nice.
You know, I didn't spend $1,200 on it. These retail for about $300 or $400, but it's a bodega cooler and it's possibly rebranded, right?
Yes.
But you open it, it's dual zone, so you got the freezer and the cooler here.
Nice.
And it's Bluetooth, and you have a light here and a little cutting board up here.
Oh yeah, cutting board.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So
that's
again,
some nice features in
it's
that
nice,
thing.
and I've had it for about 2 years now, and it hasn't failed me. You know, full disclosure, I did get that for free, but I don't get paid for people to buy it. They just sent it out to test it, and the tester ended up becoming
Yeah.
my go-to fridge.
Dang, man,
You know?
you get a lot of free stuff. I'm jealous. That's pretty dang cool. Well, listen, real quick, what do you think about the Overlanding for Warriors event so far?
Man, I've never been to an event like this, you know, because I'm prior military, and normally when you do these events in the military, it's like, not to talk down the military, but it kind of feels forced on you. We call it forced fun day, you know, mandatory fun day. But coming out here as a civilian with my wife, also a veteran, you know, just meeting other people that you don't really see enough of anymore in the world. You know, people who love their country, patriotic, and they are proud, you know, to display the red, white, and blue.
Yep.
You know, with Daniel, he did such an amazing job yesterday with the speech he gave. You know, my wife and I were like joking up. We thought people were cutting onions or something. Right?
Yeah.
Man, Daniel did such an awesome job for this, and I believe it's the second year doing it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched his YouTube videos from the last one, you know, and I mean, as expected, you know, I saw that video. I'm like, wow, that looks like a lot of fun, a lot of good people.
Yeah.
And I was right. You come out here, you meet a lot of great people. I still haven't met everyone, you know, so hopefully I get to talk to more people tonight.
Yeah.
But he did an amazing job, him and his wife. Putting
I
this
agree.
together.
He does a great job. It's a fun event to come to, and I would highly recommend anybody who's watching these videos to consider coming to these Overlanding for Warrior events that Daniel puts on. They're awesome. So, hey, Victor, thanks for the walk around.
Absolutely.
That's an awesome thing to see, and I'm so glad to meet you again after our Ed Shin Patreon group
Yeah,
meetup.
same here, and hopefully, you know, now with more time on my hands, I'll be able to, we'll be able to meet up, link up, and possibly do some snow trips if you're up to that.
Absolutely, man. All right, Victor, thanks again.
All right, so if you're a driver, can you guys raise your hand real quick, just so I can get a true count on who's driving a rig? How many rigs we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes. 21, 22, 23, 24 rigs. Okay. So we're gonna divide that up. Are you guys comfortable with 8-man rig, 8-man column? Okay, so we're gonna do 3 columns of 8. We're gonna have Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie group. Okay, ABC. We're gonna probably all just mob up straight to Cerro Gordo mine, all in one column. Okay, once we get up to the mine and we do our exploring and whatnot, then we'll break up and we'll have a 15-minute delay in between each column going, just to allow for, as we hit some of these obstacles, some of you drivers that might need a little spotting or help getting through, some of the full-size guys getting through some of the narrower stuff. That way we're not all bottlenecking and stopping the whole column for, 15, 20 minutes while we get 8 rigs through.
After the drivers' meeting, it was time to head out to the mine. I think everyone was looking forward to this trip, not only to see Cerro Gordo, but to also take the backside trail down towards the boundary of Death Valley National Park. Watch for the GoPro, guys. Stay in the line of the guy in front of you.
Well, good morning. It is day 2 of the Overlanding for Warriors event, and man, last night it was cold, but we had a great campfire going, and just met a lot of really nice people, people that have been following not only Daniel's channel, but actually following my channel, and so just met so many good, nice people at this event, and it's been super fun so far. And so today we're headed to the Cerro Gordo ghost town / mine site. So we have a big column ahead of me here, about 26 rigs total. We're going to break into 3 groups of 8. I'm going to be kind of a floater along with Victor, my friend here who's on Instagram currently as Trail Boss Mafia, but he's changing his channel name, so stay tuned for that. I'll post it down below. He's also on YouTube, has a great YouTube channel. So Victor and I are going to kind of be floaters today, trying to get video footage of the group, and hopefully catch some good video footage of this, because not only, like I said, are we going to the mine site, we're going to go over the ridge line and drop down on the other side of this mountain range, and should be a pretty fun trail ride today. So, all right, stay tuned. I'll show you what we're doing next. All right, so we just stopped to air down. We're at the entrance to Cerro Gordo. Big group of vehicles here today. Everyone's airing down right now, getting ready to go. And then I think it's about an 8-mile trek. We're gonna be going up this way towards Cerro Gordo.
I went up the road to gain some elevation and filmed the group coming up the grade. The view below was something I have never seen before, and neither has anyone else. Owens Lake is normally a dry lake bed, and for the first time in over 100 years, it became completely full due to the record snowfall in the Sierras this past winter. As I was filming, I noticed something moving across the ground and caught this little guy making his way to an area well away from the road. Although I'm not a big fan of spiders, these tarantulas have something majestic about them. It did not take long to reach Cerro Gordo, even with a few vehicles having to turn back. Unfortunately, the town does not allow filming, so these photos will have to be all we can share with you. The town was founded in 1866 and was in operation until 1957. At its peak, it was home to 4,700 residents, producing high-grade silver, lead, and zinc, with more rare gold and copper ore also present. It is definitely a well-preserved town, and the story of the American Hotel is really something to follow on YouTube. If you want to learn more about this place, check out the link above for the Ghost Town Living channel on YouTube. After the visit to Cerro Gordo, which resides at an elevation of about 8,200 feet, we proceeded to go over the mountain ridge behind the town and head down towards the valley floor below. This trail is about 17 miles long, and in contrast to the graded road leading up to the town, is definitely a 4x4 trail with ruts, ledges, boulders, and off-camber sections.
Nice articulation!
Perfect. Coming up on driver. Coming up on passenger. Easy. Okay. Here's coming through. Driver. Okay. Keep coming. Up on driver. Okay. Keep coming. Coming up on passenger. There you go. Come on through.
Nice.
And that's why we drive.
Last guy.
You don't want me to spot you? You got it. Okay.
Nice rig. Nice going torque.
The first few miles of the trail coming down the mountain were definitely the most fun, and everyone made it through the obstacles without any issues. Once we reached the valley floor, it was a long haul back to the highway, but we definitely had some nice scenery going through various terrain and seeing so many Joshua trees. After airing down, we headed back to camp. The second night was much like the first. We had some great food, hung around the campfire, and talked about the day's adventures. I ended up going to bed early to try out my new Alacab drop-down table with an iPad movie. Day 3 of the Overlanding for Warriors event started much like the first two. Cold but clear blue sky mornings that made you realize fall had finally arrived. Daniel and Tish put so much work into this event, and in my opinion is one of the finest ways to honor our nation's veterans. Over $11,000 was raised for the Tunnel to Towers charity, and there will be a link below in the description if you want to learn more and donate to a great cause. The morning began with a raffle prize drawing, and I think it's a great way to end the weekend.
Yeah. Who needs an awning? All right. So this is donated from Overland Vehicle Systems. It's a 180 awning. And they just gave the certificate, obviously, so we didn't have to ship it back to you guys. Just reach out to them and figure out how they want to verify. But 263059. Yes.
Okay, so we're at the end of the Overlanding for Warriors event this weekend, but I'm with Fabian here. He's on Instagram as Off-Road Husky, and that's because of this pooch right here. This is Aries, beautiful husky. So Fabian, man, I've been watching you on Instagram for a couple of years now. You got an awesome channel, and you got an awesome rig here. So, yeah, thank you. What's this Jeep all about?
So yeah, this is the same as Daniel's 2016 rig, and I upgraded, obviously, like we all do. Right? Tons of stuff. Just a regular kitchen, simple setup. Refrigerator, the wolf packs. I added a little one here.
Yeah.
You know, that's all I need.
You got the shelf.
The Terraflex shelf.
Yeah.
Right, and connectors there. The power bank.
You got a Dometic water container there.
I do, yes.
Yep.
It's right here. This has the bracket from American Adventure Labs,
Yes.
which, because I have the goose gear, I can, you know,
Attach it in.
So it's nice and steady right there. So the water's.
And this drop-down table is what?
I forgot the name of this company, but we all have it. Outback.
Outback. Looks
It is
nice.
Outback. Thank you.
Yeah, nice set. And you got the Ursa Minor rocking that, same that
Same
Daniel
as
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did something different than everybody
Yes, we were
else.
talking a little bit about this weekend. You guys got to see this.
So most of us obviously have the goose gear system,
Right.
which
With
is
the
that.
full seat delete, which is kind of typical. A lot of overlanders do this, where they delete the back seats of the Jeep.
And I deleted the passenger seat,
Yeah, which
which I made this.
that's self-made DIY project right
That's
there.
right. To match.
That
goose
is
gear, and
amazing.
now
I've
I
never
have the
seen a
full-
Jeep where it's been everything except the driver's seat, guys, has been taken out. And look at how cool that looks. It just matches the goose gear. It looks like the same latches and everything.
Yep.
That is crazy. So he's got a whole bunch of extra storage. Let me move around the front here. That is really cool. So that is awesome. How long did it take you to make that?
About 2 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I did program everything that I was going to do, but
Yeah.
by the time I started making it, I knew exactly what to do, so I went at it
Yep.
with the extrusions, the cutting.
That is so
And
cool,
it came out
Dave.
really nice. It
And the
gave me a
wheels
lot
and
of space.
tires, what'd you do with these?
That's the Terraflex.
Okay.
I saw Marco ex Overland with those, so I did that. It's got the self deflators,
Nice.
37-inch tires,
And the front bumper here?
and the front bumper. It's the A or B.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's
I like
nice
that with the
and
bull bar on
tiny.
there. Yeah, I have the Terraflex shocks too. And what do you have for
Terraflex, and that's
that metal cloak, or is that?
metal clock system.
Yeah,
All throughout.
nice. Yeah, beautiful.
Thank
What
you,
kind of
thank
lift
you.
do you have on this then?
Terraflex coils,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest is metal clock.
Is it like a 3-4 inch lift on this, or?
It's a 3.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5-inch lift.
Okay. Well, Fabian, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
It's great to see you again this
You too.
weekend.
It was a
We'll
great
definitely
time
have to
this
get on a
weekend.
trip together, right?
Yes.
All right, man. Thanks
Thank you
again.
to Daniel.
Yeah,
also.
thanks to Dan. He ran a great event this weekend, guys. And yeah, again, Off-Road Husky on Instagram. Follow him. He is awesome to follow. Goes some great places. Thanks again, Fabian.
Thank you.
Well, that's a wrap for the Overlanding for Warriors weekend. Daniel and Tish just did an amazing job. I cannot say enough about those guys. They just worked so hard on that event, and it came off beautifully. Daniel's so humble, but you know, not to say anything about how much work he puts into it, but I know it is a lot of work. Planning the event, getting donations for raffle prizes, setting up the campsites, you know, just organizing the whole thing and making it go off without a hitch was just awesome. He did a great job. So, yeah, it was really fun. Met a lot of great people I've met before, new people. Just really had a great time. The trip out to Cerro Gordo was great. The trail ride for the day. And then he also had cornhole tournaments going on, fly fishing lessons going on. He just put a great event together. So the video's not quite over. I'm heading out with Victor, who used to be Trail Boss Mafia, but I'll leave his new channel name down below again. He and I are going to go up to, he and his wife and I are going to go up to the Alabama Hills. We're going to do a quick trail ride through there, check it out since we're right here in Lone Pine, and then we're going to head home. So see a little bit more of this video as it tails out here. But thank you again, guys, for following, and appreciate you so much. Got so many kind comments this weekend from people, which was amazing. And thanks again to everyone. Hope to see you soon. Hope to see you on the trail someday. Thanks for watching.